Welcome back to the garage. This is part 3 on the LTZ250. And what we're going to do today is we're going to start fixing up the front end here. I am going to clean this up, paint it the whole 9 yards. As you can see here, I have a ratchet strap holding this tight here. I'm going to weld this in now. It's not pretty. I mean, it's not perfect, but it'll be functional and it'll look a lot better. All right, so I'm not going to record the welding. I don't want to damage the camera, so I'll come back when I get that part done. All right, guys, here it is, all welded up. As you can see, that ain't going nowhere. I got it all the way around. I was able to fill the gaps with weld, so I mean, it doesn't look that bad, right? Doable. I'll pull it off and paint it black, and then we'll start getting on the shocks and all that stuff. All right, guys, I got the wheels off and tires are completely flat. So I got to figure out where they're leaking from, fix them. Probably won't record that. You just spray some soapy water on there and see where the air's coming from. If you see air bubbles, and then you fix them accordingly. What I do want to show you guys, these crazy looking spaces, but these look like they're actual spaces though. These are not something, these are not like nuts and bolts that somebody put on here. These look like they were actually purchased for this reason, to extend the front end. I'm actually going to leave them on. I'm not going to take them off. They look pretty solid. I don't know what the deal is with the washers. Maybe they bottomed out. I don't know. I'm not going to mess with it. I'm going to leave it. It kind of makes the stance look better on this thing. Might be easier to sell. Nobody's taking this thing over jumps. Come on, man. It's a 250. So I'll just tell them that they got front spacers on there when they buy it. The rear has spacers too. These are good ones, actually. These are good solid aluminum spacers. I think these wheels are for a 400 or a 450. And if you look on the back, they got like some type of a, I don't want to say bead protector, but they have that flange in there. And the reason why the spacers are on here is because that's the brake drum right there, and there's no way that that'll fit inside of there. So they had to put these spacers on here to mount these tires and wheels. So again, I'm gonna leave the rear spacers on here. These are actually nice tires, and they're really nice wheels, and they'd probably fit my 450 Kawasaki, but we'll just let them go in here. I don't have time to deal with all that. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the shocks and I'm going to bring them outside. I'm going to wire wheel all the crud off them, and hopefully it'll make them look a little better. I'll do both of them, and we're going to wire wheel all this and come back when it's done. Show you guys the progress. Wire wheeled, not wire wheeled, and you can see this one looks like it pulled out of a swamp. And this one doesn't look half bad, right? All I did was wire wheel it on an electric drill, a little 4-inch wheel on an electric drill, and it makes a world of difference. All right, let me finish this one, and I'll start working on the frame. All right, guys, this is the paint that I'm going to use. This paint right here is the same exact color as the A-arms. And the A-arms are a different color than the frame. And that's by design from Suzuki. And this is basically turbo paint. You paint this on your turbo. It resists heat and everything, which is fine. It's going to match. It's going to look good. This is the same color as the frame. This is wheel paint. You can buy this stuff at any pot store, and it is an absolute perfect match. You just want to mist it on. You don't want to go heavy. Just mist and mist and mist until you get a nice blend, and it'll look beautiful. All right, this is where I'm at right now. I got everything wire wheeled. I wiped it down with brake clean to get all the dust off. Everything looks great. I know this is dirty. I don't care. That'll hose off later when I wash it. But everything's cleaned off. WD-40 works awesome on brake lines. It cleans them up, makes them look brand new. Takes everything off, and it gives them that deep black color again. So this is where we're at. I'm gonna put you in a stand, and I'm gonna paint the lighter color first. That way, if I get overspray, the darker color will cover it. So let's do the A-arms. And I'm just gonna use this as like a backdrop, so I don't get paint on things I don't want. Nothing more, nothing less. You can use cardboard, just so happens I got this bubble wrap hanging around. So, put it in there. And we'll just mist it on. Just light coats. You're gonna do this multiple times. This will just make it look presentable. This is it. I'm not doing anything fancy here. I'll just pull this out of the way. Give you some light coats. And we'll hit that steering leakage on. I didn't clean it, but make it look a little bit better. Again, just light coats. All right, I'm gonna let that set, and then I'm gonna do probably 3 more, yeah, so 2 more, total of 3. Come back, show you what it looks like when it's done. All right, guys, check that out. 3 coats. They look brand new, don't they? What did I do? Hit them with the wire wheel and just lightly dusted them with that wheel paint. And look at how nice they came out. Let me get around the other side here. Look at that. Amazing. Are they perfect? No. Do they look 10 times better? Absolutely. And what did it take? Nothing. Can of spray paint's 10 bucks, right? I use 1 can on probably 5 bikes or more, because it doesn't take much at all to cover that. So what I'll do now, I'm gonna let this cure, dry overnight, and when it's nice and dry, I'll tape off this stuff here. Then I'll hit that with some paint, and we can throw the plastics on, and the front of this thing's done. Oh, I'm gonna clean these up with a wire wheel to make them look a little better, but I'm definitely gonna leave them. And here's the front bar, which I painted, straightened, and welded. And I use roll bar paint on this, so it'll be a little bit more durable. And that's it. We'll throw that back on too. All right, guys, I took the tires outside. Sprayed them with some soapy water, and I didn't see this one here with the dent in it had a bead leak right around here, and it looks like someone put tire slime in it. I hate tire slime. It's the worst thing you can do. Anyway, basically that one there, the beads were fine on front and back. The Schrader valve was leaking. I replaced it. The Schrader valve was leaking on this. I replaced it. Once I filled it up with air, the bead stopped leaking. So maybe that fixed a flat, or tire slime or whatever's in there sealed the bead. I'm gonna let them sit for a few days and see if they go down. Let me show you guys the Schrader valves. And this is those guys right here. And I don't know if you can see it, but they're corroded on the bottom. And when you push this thing here, they open, and you can see the corrosion in there. They just weren't sealing. This one here too. See? Not sealing. Replaced them and it fixed the problem. And if you don't already have one, you should get one of these. They make a big difference. And thankfully, previous owner of this bike gave me a bunch of valves. I mean, he must have knew that the stems were leaking. He gave me 4 new valve stems, and I just took the Schrader valves out of them and the caps. And we'll try that back tire when I get around to the axle and see if it's the same problem. Who knows, might get lucky. All right, guys, check it out. When I spray the Schrader valve, look what happens. So that's why this back tire is going down too. All right, I'm going to swap that out, and it should take care of the back tire too. Awesome news. All right, guys, it's been about a week. This paint is good and dry now. I like to wait a week in the winter. It's pretty cold here. It takes a while for paint to cure when it's cold out. Nice and dry. It looks really good. Actually, they look brand new. The tires, been over a week, and they still, that one has air in it still. This one still has air in it. And this one here still has air in it. So we fixed the leak on all the tires. So that's good. So now all the tires hold air. What I'm going to do now, as you guys can see, I taped off a factory sticker there. So I don't want to cover it up with paint. And I am going to touch up this dark gray silver metallic now. This is like the light silver. This is the dark. I'm going to touch this up now and show you guys what it looks like. All right, so this seems awful loose. I don't know if the bearings are gone or this just needs to be tightened. I already took the cotter pin out. See if I can tighten it a little bit. No, looks like the bearings are probably gone. Yeah, bearings are no good. Let's pull this out of here. We'll grab it the big boy. And we'll take a look. All right, let's remove the caliper and see what's going on behind that. Probably gonna have to get bearings for it now. Not something that I was planning on doing. But that's the problem with these old ATVs. You start digging into them, and you get a ton of stuff that you find wrong with them. That's about all you can do, really. Well, let's just let that hang down there for now. I'll pop this off. She don't want to come off. Well, I guess I'm going to have to replace the bearings in here. I'll have to buy a bearing kit for it. More parts. Alright guys, I got this wheel on and it's all painted. I got the push bar back on and it looks good. You can see how nice that paint looks. See it? And that's just wheel paint, and that's the same kind of speckled metallic flake paint that they put on the frame from the factory, and you can't even tell. And they didn't take anything apart. I just kind of lightly dusted it on there. That's the original paint color there and the original paint color on the frame, and it looks really, really good. And like I said, I cleaned all the shocks up with a wire wheel, made them look really nice. So what I have to do now is I got to order some parts. I'm going to need to order wheel bearing kit for the front. I'll probably do both sides, seeing how they probably come in a set. And I need to order the bearings for the rear axle. And I think that's all I really need for this. So I am going to go and get those on order and end this video here. It's coming along. It's actually looking pretty nice. In the next video, I'm going to paint the back frame. Not so much the stuff underneath the plastics, but the stuff that's exposed back here. I'll paint that rear grab bar black. I'll use my roll bar paint, chassis paint, and like I said, I'll probably tape up that sticker there, and I will just dust this frame back here and make it look nice. And I guess that's pretty much it. So for now, what I'm going to do is sign off. I want to thank you guys for watching, subscribing, liking, sharing, leave comments. Let me know what you guys think about how this thing's coming along so far. I mean, I'll put some light back on it. I think it's coming out really, really nice for what it is. Again, you can see there, that's pretty corroded. It needs to get done. This one over here is making a little bit of noise too. Let me see if I can spin it. Maybe you can hear it. Not as bad as that one on the other side, but I guess we'll replace those. I'm sure a set's not more than 30 bucks, so we'll do both sides. We'll have that in the next video. And again, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next video on this build. And I got a short coming out in the middle of the week on the Mustang GT. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching.